Hey Aquarius. Okay. I'll try to talk into the mic as close as possible because, there's always someone saying the sound is not good. I don't know how that's possible for like 98% of you and some of you. It's apparently me. All right, guys, let's see what's going on here for you. This is post-eclipse. Eclipse. Okay. Let me explain. We had two in September. They were massive. The first one was death. The second one is rebirth. So in between those two eclipses in the same month of September, a lot of shit went down for you. A lot of shit went down for all the fixed signs. As a matter of fact, it's not going to leave the mutable signs unharmed either. The only people who are like kind of getting like through it easily, not easily, just easier, are the cardinal signs. And that's Aries, Cancer, Libra. Who the hell's the fourth? Capricorn. Yeah. Everybody else, you're going through hell and back. I know it. I feel it. Shit. TikTok, I've only been there for 2 months. That shit over there is blowing up. It's like crazy. All right, let me see what's going on for you. We're going to go through the last week of September into the first week of October. I want to see the steps you're starting to take after this eclipse. What's the situation for Aquarius, please? The last few days of September going into the first week of October. So I'm going to label this as your first week of October. And finally, for extended videos, first of all, members, the description box is below. I don't want to hold up any more of this video for that. So I'm going to, in the video, it'll be a link showing you what I'm doing to memberships. Extended readings, you could do single purchase or the other options. They're all below in the description box. Now, for you guys, the Four of Pentacles in wow, this is straight up, no other way to read this, up in your face. I don't mean to be like up in your face, but you know what I mean. Four of Pentacles is flat out, flat leaving, saying goodbye, letting go. Eight of Cups, you're walking away from someone or something, a job, a friendship, a lovership, a situationship, a ship that looks like it's not doing shit for you. The bottom of the deck is the Nine of Cups. I think you're thinking about yourselves, right? Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment, desire, all of that jazz. However, it also talks about us as individuals, ourselves, because the nine is like, well, where the fuck's my happiness? I don't see it. Anybody see my happiness out there? Because they can sure as hell fill one of these cups. Guys, look what I'm looking at. You are thinking about yourselves. And that is not ever a bad thing. Because look at the Three of Swords behind it. You know. You're like, this shit is hard. It's painful. But I guess I got to go through this to get what I want or need in my life. Which is my wish fulfillment, my desires. What is it that is coming towards my Aquarius, please? I don't know if it's going to get easy for you. In a weird way, I'll explain why. Some of you are going to get a brand new job offer. Some of you, it might even be a solid relationship. But you're going to be at the crossroads. So I think that when this opportunity comes in for you, take it to the bank and cash it. This is like legit. It's real. It's here. This is solid. This is 3D world. Like this is somebody saying, I want to be your boyfriend. I want to be your girlfriend. This is a brand new job. You live in New York, but the job's in California. You are at the crossroads. This is you definitely doing that. All right? This is you doing the new thing. This is you looking out there and be like, maybe my cups are out there somewhere. Because I'll explain to you, Aquarius. The back wand represents your past. This wand that you're holding on to represents your future. And that is the one you're using as a walking cane to walk you through to your destinations. You're going to leave some shit behind. Let me tell you something. That ship that looked like it needed renovations, you feel bad. You're sorry, but you got to go. Because this is guilt, regret. A lot of you, it might not even mean that, what I just said about your ship. It feels like I wish I did this, I wish I did that, like kicking yourself in the foot kind of thing. Or like, why didn't I do this or why didn't I do that? None of that matters. You know why? Because in the Five of Cups, although it's a challenging moment in your life, you still have two cups to work with, Aquarius. You still have abundance. These two cups that you're not even looking at back here is this, is your future. That's what that is. You just need to make that final judgment call. And now that it's in your face, it's a little disturbing. It's a little hard because you can't avoid it any longer. It's basically all the skeletons coming out of your closet or the ghosts coming out of their coffins. It's like you got to put them to rest. And you will be, because I see you taking action here. Eight of Wands. This shit is coming in right quick. Like for me, when I see this in a reading, the Eight of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Two of Cups, you're doing this lickety split like a week from you seeing this video. Because I'm going to tell you, death is right behind it. And when I read my cards, like as a matter of fact, I'm reading them as a matter of fact because this is supposed to resonate with the person who understands this from the get-go. Like you walking away from letting go of something or someone. You getting this new opportunity after you let it go and you're ready to do the new thing. You taking action and then putting to bed something else. Or it's transforming or transitioning into something else. We didn't even get through half the reading. So this is specifically for this cohort that I'm talking about. You guys, if you're not resonating by now, might not even be your reading. But let's continue. And this should be making a lot of sense for a lot of people because we had eclipses. No one is not leaving their lives uneclipsed. Even the cardinal signs. They're just eclipsing different shit. For them, it's relationships. For you too, it's also relationships. But for them, it's about learning crap. For you, it's literally physically changing your life and your world. What is it that Aquarius doesn't see coming their way? It's an adjustment period. If anybody can do it, it's you. You are one of the most evolving cohorts in the zodiac wheel. Oh, look at these two major arcana. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So far, the zodiac signs with the majors are Sagittarius, Leo, Scorpio. We'll continue and see. Now the Wheel of Fortune and the Sun. This, straight up, is a blessing in disguise. I really have no other way to read this. I can't wait to clarify this. I really can't. I'm excited. You're like my new telenova. I'm like, oh my God, my soap opera. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm excited because I'm happy for you. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck. You know when everybody says, what's the point in life? This is it, motherfuckers. It's the Sun. Everybody wants to be happy in life. What does that mean? It's different for everybody. Some it's monetary. Some it's, material things. Other people it's love. Some it's knowledge. It's power. It's whatever you want it to be. That's happiness. You're having it. Whatever it is for you. And the Wheel of Fortune is saying, guess what? 3 fates are working on your behalf so your life doesn't get stuck, Aquarius. So it keeps moving forward. So it keeps evolving. So it's forcing you to be put in the position like this so you make moves. This shit is all a blessing in disguise. Full stop. End. Transition. I love it. All right, let me see what the advice is, please. What's the advice here for Aquarius? It's interesting. It's almost making me feel like, Aquarius, you're doing one of these things with your Two of Wands, right? You know how I told you, oh, you're taking this wand and you're kind of like metaphorically moving forward. Yeah, you're doing it with like, not anger. That's not the right word. It's definitely like you're doing it. I keep saying this word. I love this word, but there's no description in the English vocabulary. It's called meraki. It's somewhere on my Instagram page, but it's doing something with your soul and leaving your soul within it. So you're doing this thing with purpose. You're taking this walking cane. You're like, no, that's it. This is my life. And there's a purpose. And I plan on leaving a friggin' legacy behind. So you're taking that cane and you're using it as a stamp and you're moving forward like this, right? So let's see what your advice is, Aquarius. What's the advice here for Aquarius, please? Which I kind of love. It's almost like a rebirth of you. Speaking of which, you. This is your card. The Star card. Oh my God. This card just wants to come out. It can't stay at the back of the deck. Now, I think it was waiting for it can fall in the advice position so I can explain clearly to you guys what's happening and what can help you. See, the Star card is saying, listen, obviously this is you anyway. You know how to balance things in the world and in your life. And you know that everything in life ebbs and flows, right? Like the water bearer here. But the water bearer stays positive and hopeful. I don't know if a lot of you know this, but the name to my channel is Elpis Enlightenment. Enlightenment is to enlighten thyself and to do the shadow work, which is hard. It's scary. It's painful sometimes. It's difficult. You stay hopeful and positive. Elpis is the root word for Elpida, which means hope. Elpis is the last thing Pandora locked in her box because she saw all these great evils coming out into the world and she didn't want hope to come out, so she slams the box shut. Elpis, Elpida. Elpida being hope, right? That is why that is in your advice position. So you know how to balance this in your world and in your life. As your life transitions, as something dies off, let it transition like water, which ebbs and flows. You are a water bearer. Remain positive and hopeful and trust this process. Whatever died, let it die. It had to, all right? Because it was built on straws and napkins and you want a foundation built with brick and mortar. Now, I do see you having some boundaries. Usually it's strange. It's like I always say, oh, if you have too many emotional boundaries, nobody can get through, blah, blah, blah. You know, how you're going to bond. But when it's in the advice position, sometimes it slightly changes for me. It means maybe you do need to protect yourself right now. Maybe you do need to guard yourself. Give as much as you can, but then make sure you understand that they see your boundaries too. Show them your teeth. Just kidding. Not really. Let's see what the outcome is for you, Aquarius. I want you to understand that sometimes in my channel, I don't sugarcoat. I do a lot of tough love, but it's because I get passionate with people. And I want you to think of me as your friend sitting at the end of your couch, helping you. I hope at least that's what I'm doing. What is the outcome of the week? If not, hopefully it's entertaining. All right, something has gotten bored for you. It reached a peak. It reached a plateau. It's gone as far as it can go. It needs to graduate. Okay, Page of Pentacles is here at the back of the deck. And you know this. So now you're probably going to retract your energies to make a wise decision. You're resisting something. I think as you resist something, that's when your success comes. But the card that came out here is the Four of Cups. That is unrequited love. That is runner-chaser dynamic. At some point, someone's going to get turned off towards something. I don't know if that's you at your job, your career, or this relationship. Or if that's your person. Remember, cards are energy, so it can be vice versa. Let us continue and start clarifying all these. What is the Eight of Cups for Aquarius and the Four of Pentacles in reverse, please? One more shuffle. Yeah, something for you has turned toxic. All right, so for me, this is repeat patterns. This is insecurity. This is being weak. This is dealing with somebody that's a narcissist. Someone very difficult. The environment, the person, the situation. It's the devil. The devil doesn't do things to us. We do things to us. Either we say things to ourselves which are negative, and we fester a negative environment where it creates things in our mind that aren't actually real. Or it's a repeat cycle, dating the same people, putting yourself in the same position, in a position you don't want to be in. Or letting this person into your world that is a psycho-sicko. Only you know, toxic's toxic. Anyway, you're walking away and you're letting it go. You're like, I'm finally done with this. You're reviewing your options. As you, though, review these options, what's your best fit? It feels like you can't heal. It's not letting you heal, but you are starting to like mentally and physically move into a future, momentum and place. So what is this Ace of Pentacles and this Two of Wands, and Justice? So basically, Judgment. I don't know why I'm misquoting cards, being retarded, but anyway, reading them I am right. Anyway, Judgment with the Two of Wands is saying you just have to make your final judgment call before you walk through this door or this portal of your life. What is Ace of Pentacles? Jesus Christ. It's like, I want to say it backwards, but it's not. I get these weird downloads sometimes and I'm like, it's coming out of the mouth wrong. But eventually it turns out right. All right, somebody rushes in to communicate something and ain't gonna be pretty. Okay? So now I understand why you have this, whatever this new thing is. So you have a solid new start. Somebody is going to rush in soon and say something like, I want a divorce, or I want to get married, or we're done, or I'm done with this relationship, or I quit. I can't take it here anymore. Or you know what? You can all go F yourselves. I'm not. It's not always negative or positive. It's just somebody who comes in, states a fact, rushed, very rushed. Right? But for me, it almost feels a little negative because you have the Tower card here. Tower cards come in our world when things get upended. It upends our world completely. Everything becomes like eye openers, or we're kind of like shocked, or it's like, oh my God, where does this leave us? It's that kind of feeling with the Tower. But you also have the Knight of Wands in reverse. This is a one-night stand. This is an affair. This is something casual that went in, went out, and shook your world, changed your world. But now you have a fight. Somebody rushes in and says something. You have a fight and you have a breakup or whatever. It shatters something. It could even be with your boss. I don't know. One bad night with them and all hell breaks loose. This is why in the next position you also have the Wheel of Fortune, because that all happened for a reason. I know it's cliche when we say, oh, it all happens for a reason. Sometimes it really does. Things sometimes really do happen for a reason. They don't look great at the moment in time, but they become blessings in disguise because eventually it shakes us from our core. It shakes us from a fixed position that we were never going to move from if the universe didn't come along and shake us out of it. That's when I always see the Tower. It's like when somebody's sitting in a really toxic job. It's really bad. You're not getting along with your boss. Your managers have changed, or the management style has changed. Your coworkers are turning into assholes, but you're still staying there for the goddamn paycheck. It's so miserable. The universe sees it, knows it, feels it. Law of attraction. You will get fired. You will get moved because the universe wants to put you in a position where you will feel blessings, because when a person is blessed, they also contribute blessings to the greater good of humanity in small little ways. That's neither here nor there. That's a full-on discussion for another day in a podcast somewhere far, far away. Not for your reading this week. But what I'm saying is it's showing up in your reading because this is where you're at. So when this thing shatters and you get this new opportunity, you almost feel bad about it, but now you're like, fuck, I got to look into my future. I got to do what I got to do for me. You will. You will say something, and then you will mentally disengage, get in your little boat, and steer it into smoother waters. Because why do you got to sit in a storm when you don't have to? You're like, I don't got to sit in a storm. Shit, I'm going to go to calmer seas, friend. And then that's when your success comes in. Wait, Aquarius, wait. When they do this waiting thing to you, this makes you hold on to them. Just saying. What is the Wheel of Fortune and the Sun? I see marriage and commitment there. I see 10 of Pentacles, unless it's a job that's going to pay very, very well. 4 of Swords, healing. and then reviewing your options, and then the Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So yes, something happens. Some sort of movement in your life, and it becomes a blessing in disguise. And this is in regards to a job that's going to pay you very, very well, Ten of Pentacles, or marriage and commitment. However, now you're reviewing your options. Is this the right fit for me? You start to heal. This is where you start to heal. Four of Swords. But you also have the Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck. The Five of Swords is the sacrifice card. The bittersweet card. You know, in order for me to have this, I must live with this. In order for me to have that, I must forego that. I hope I'm making sense to you guys. It's a mental jungle. In order for me to live in this big, beautiful house, I have to live with an annoying neighbor. It's all right. It's worth it. Or if I can't deal with the neighbor, then I'll sell my house and move because the neighbor's not worth it. Now, apply this to your job and your relationships. Is the person worth it? Are they not worth it? What's worth it for you? That's the Five of Swords. All right, let's continue and see what Star and Death is saying here. The trusty red glasses must come on. The Five of Wands in reverse, okay. And the High Priestess, lovely. High Priestess talks about using your intuition. Yes, it's not like the greatest and most obvious card in the world, but I think it is. The High Priestess talks about our intuition. Guys, you tuned in for this reading for a reason. And if you're with me so far, it's been resonating. So if you're getting a High Priestess in your advice position, trust your instincts, trust your gut. It's there to protect you. It's there to serve you. See, Five of Swords came out again. Sacrificing that thing that, look, and behind is the Ten of Swords, the ending and the betrayal that forces you to be in your crossroads again. But you will do you. You will get in your little chariot and move forward. Let's not get too carried away. But the High Priestess is not only saying use your intuition, it's actually saying when the time is clear, right? Because the Five of Wands in reverse talks about blocks, obstacles, and challenges dropping. But in order for that to happen, because it's in your advice position, you might need to challenge somebody in a way. You need to remain positive and hopeful. See, something is falling apart. It needs to transition. When it falls apart, that's actually when all your problems go away. Because you made yourself clear. You're the one that's free. You're the one that knows exactly what you want. So unless they're on your path, I don't know what to tell you. Because High Priest is saying, you said all you could say. What else is there to say? There's nothing else. You need to let it transition. So that's why it's saying use your intuition. Maybe you need to, I don't know. What's that word I'm looking for? Compete here with somebody, I want to say, or like push them to a corner, be like, hey, you look, this is how it's gonna be. And then bye. No, just kidding, not kidding. Bye, Felicia. Four of Cups, clarify. Eight of Swords and Queen of Cups. Ooh. Wow. Lovers in reverse. And single. But then in a relationship and feeling bad. But there's your justice. What? Oh, hello, honey. Yes, that's you, male or female. Guys, Four of Cups over there is telling me unrequited love. Something goes down. At some point, I think in the coming weeks, I don't know if this is you or them, somebody here gets turned off or somebody here has unrequited love. Because Four of Cups is just, I'm sorry, Google it. Four of Cups is unrequited. It's the person that's, even if it's a job, it's like, no, not for me. No, thank you. I mean, you know, I studied physics. I don't want to be a plumber. It's no. It's like one of those things. But you never know because, you know, the universe gave it to you and Somebody here's not looking at it like it's a blessing. Anyway, you, on the other hand, are feeling all kinds of love, Queen of Cups. You're feeling emotionally mature and available, but you're also stuck. Some of you are stuck. Some of you guys are on the flip side of these things. Like some of you guys could be stuck in a marriage or a commitment that you're not happy to be in, and you want to move forward with a new love. Others of you, you're dealing with like a lover, but you don't want to be with a lover because you reject this lover. Lover in reverse. That's making a decision there, all right. Then you single because you obviously took that cane and said, hey, no, this is how it's going to be. And then you're in a happy couplehood. But somehow this makes somebody feel guilty. I don't know. Adulting is hard. What's going on here for Aquarius, please? I love Aquarius. What's going on in their love life? This is what we're going to read in the extended. Yes, we use this, but we put tarot on top so we can see the messages that the universe wants to give you in regards to whatever, whoever this is. But then we go into your person, their thoughts, their feelings, what they're going to do and all of that. All right, honeymoon's at the back of the deck, which makes me feel that's a honeymoon phase. But we'll see. What did come out is past life relationship. Oh, hell yeah. This going to be interesting and extended. You've known each other before. You guys could have been karmics. It says past life relationship. You could have been maybe a twin flame, but this is definitely a karmic, not a soulmate. Karmics are like people who, you had a past life relationship with them and you never resolved those problems in your past life. So you meet them again in this lifetime to resolve them here and now. Neither you say you both realize together you're not meant to be, you tie off your karmic cycles and you go on your separate ways, or you say, no, let's give this a go, let's fix it and move on. This was the small issue, we fixed it, okay, it's good to go. It's kind of along those lines, but we'll see when we clarify in the extended. But let me pull one more oracle card for you guys. The moon. I want to do the moon because the moon... Sorry. I want to do the moon because the moon is going crazy. Aquarius, please. And all the extended stuff is below. Members, just see the link. Membership is monthly. Single purchase is the link below for extended. Aquarius, please. You have two. What'd you get? It's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. Can I show you something, guys? There it is, Scorpio, and your advice. Full moon in Scorpio, release negativity. You want to see other negativity? There it is. The devil. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. Absolutely. I'm going to read some of these because I want to see if there's extra messages in this so we can, extrapolate all the info that you need in order to help you make the right decision, especially if you're in a difficult time and place. If you've been feeling paranoid and acting weird, take this card as a very direct message from the cosmos to stop it. Worrying yourself is pointless. It's time to release any negativity you have around the situation you're asking about. If someone has been unkind to you, perhaps it's time to release them. This card heralds an emotional, intense time since both the full moon and Scorpio themselves are both extremely intense. It's about birth and rebirth. Cards don't come out by accident. It's time for you to feel all your feelings. There could be some nastiness in the air when you pull this card. If that's the case, take it as a sign to move away from anyone or anything you feel is toxic. The devil. For some, however, this card has a total different meaning. Your sex life can improve now if you make an effort. Use your magic. You all have the need that you can bring inside your desired results. I don't think that's the case here for you, but I can be wrong. Communication is the key. New moon in Gemini. A successful relationship usually comes down to one thing, that is communication. And the New Moon and Gemini card is all about the start of new cycles from communicating with the person in the center of your question. Talking things through is the answer to whatever it is that you're asking about. If you can't talk to that person, you can journal about it to yourself. Emails, text messages, and other forms of communication can also help you now. If the issue you're asking about concerns a sibling or a neighbor, there's a new start coming, a time to wipe the slate clean and start over. Interesting. The card can also suggest you've been too frivolous lately and need to get grounded again. But most importantly, drawing this card emphasizes the need to communicate. Guys, very clear messages this week. I loved it. Please, leave me all your thoughts. Share this with anybody that you think is going through the same shit so they're not alone. And I'll see you guys on the next one.